So in one of my last videos I spoke about everything I saw at Gamescom except for one game which was under embargo. That game was Metro Awakening, and I'm allowed to talk about my experience now, and the title isn't clickbait. It really was amazing, hampered by only one specific thing.
Max, are you there?
I just encountered some scavengers who lost people as well.
What in the... Was that my voice?
I have to be clear, Metro Awakening was my favourite experience at Gamescom. It felt very much AAA, exceptionally polished with the visuals, and even more importantly for Metro I'd say the sound design. Vertigo Games are running on all cylinders after seemingly hitting their stride with Arizona Sunshine 2 and the upcoming remake of the first game. I played it on the PSVR 2, more on this later, so I can't say how good the Quest 3 version will look, but their track record with Arizona Sunshine 2 on Quest 3 is very good, as that game looks great. The pacing of the demo I played was very good. Exploration, puzzles, creatures to fight, and then other Metro dwellers. If any game is going to suit standalone VR, it's Metro, particularly the winding tunnels and small areas to explore. It has an eerie, almost claustrophobic feel at times. They've really nailed the atmosphere here, and these smaller areas make it much easier to run, which was my experience entirely. Zero performance issues. It was a buttery smooth play session, and my guess on PSVR 2 would be that it was a reprojected 120 from 60 frames per second. The puzzle elements were great too, nothing too tricky but wonderfully intricate VR interactions that Vertigo pushing hard, which is great to see. The scripted sequences are a joy and part of what makes it feel so AAA, the way the game introduces you to a new creature, perfectly provided setups, glimpses, and routes to defeat when it finally becomes an enemy I was put up against. Really polished stuff. Then came other Metro dwellers just as it started to feel a little lonely. And I haven't seen how Vertigo deal with human NPCs, so it was great to see that AAA bar continue to be hit. Fully voice acted enemies reacting to you and providing ample resistance as well as great weapon drop. And these sections with human enemies really were action packed. I do like the flat Metro games, but I could never fully get on with the combat and gunplay. It always felt a little stiff to me. So Metro Awakening and of course VR controls completely solve that. Gunplay feels so good, just as accurate and snappy as Arizona Sunshine. And one big difference is that you now have a physical backpack for your items, a more user-friendly Into the Radius style backpack. It's very immersive to grab from your shoulder, and this seems to be the balancing act that they're taking. Make everything as immersive but user-friendly as possible, and in my demo I really think they've pulled this off. I'm going to say it now, this will be a must-play VR experience on any platform. There really was nothing I could think to fault. However, the demo was on PSVR 2 as I mentioned, and this was my first time using it, and I'm really sorry if any PSVR 2 owners are watching, but it wasn't a good experience for me. Nothing to do with Metro Awakening, but I expected the OLEDs to look great in dark areas, but the opposite was the case. The Mura was horrendous, like the game was being played behind a starry night. It looked like the screen was covered in dead pixels almost. I also noticed the display persistence, and after some time I cut the demo short. One, because I was having so much fun I didn't want to spoil any more for me, but two, because I started to feel some nausea coming on from the persistence blur. I also didn't like how the controllers felt in my hands. The adaptive triggers were amazing as expected, but the shape and surrounding rings just didn't feel as premium or freeing as the Touch Plus controllers without rings, especially when reloading. One big plus for PSVR 2, however, were the in-ear buds, which despite a noisy show floor allowed me to appreciate the great sound design on show. I really can't wait to get my hands on this one, so make sure you're the first to know by subscribing. There's a lot coming up in the space, and I'm looking to start full game playthroughs to help show the flat gamers what they're missing. I'm going to leave you with more B-roll I was sent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.
Just a little longer, Yana. Almost there. Spiders?
I warned you about the toxic shit in the air down there. If you don't want to see the floor move, then wear your goddamn mask.